Hey, everybody. I'm a little late this morning. And again, I don't have a production crew. This is for entertainment purposes only. And yeah, it's still going to be here the rest of the week, even at Mother's Day, I think. I have an apology. I had dropped out in the middle of the week and found out finally from my doctor today that I had a gastrointestinal problem, and they're treating it now with steroids and antibiotics. I'm actually able to go do stuff. I did tell everybody, I think it was Wednesday when my fever was so high, that I might not be there the next day. Apparently, a lot goes on in the world in a day. I didn't pay a lot of attention to that before, but since I rarely drop anybody else's videos or, things like that, if you can't reach something or want to know something about what I'm talking about, please hit the live stream, hit the comment. Of course, it helps the channel to go further if you hit the like and maybe the subscribe button, which is free. You can unsubscribe in like 5 seconds. It's not hard. I tried. and you have to belong, of course, to YouTube. You just have to go in and put in a password, and then after that, YouTube will pop right through. They're getting better at these. They're more user friendly. And it is still strange to look up and see myself on television. I had fun with that when I was 20. At this age, I'm like, oh my God. Yes, I think that the TV does add a few years. My apologies for all actors out there. That's got to be difficult to do. No, I think everybody knows that this is as good as it gets. I throw on a little lipstick and brush my hair. No, I'm kidding. It took 12 hours. No. And I can't have my usual today. I like to do a little snicker or a bit of a shot to get through my day. And sometimes it helps me to relax. So I grab one of those. And I'm really killing the bar. Robert will stock it and I'll hit it the next day. I'm happier. I did find something out about mood. And my advice is to go ahead and check out their website. You might want to grab a couple items off of there. Anything on there, by the way, they're very good. So shout out to Mood. I hope that's not against any of the standards that I've read, which is why I'm rather leery of dropping videos, because if I didn't take it, I don't feel like it's mine. And so I would have to chat with whoever put it out there, unless it said for the public. And I believe I've checked out many, most of them do say for the public. So if there's anything you want to know or about a subject, because I tend to go through them and just here and there hit and miss. So you have to let me know, and I'll try to just do that particular topic. There's so much going on that's amazing, like I said, in a single day with Mother's Day coming up. I've been saying that I was very disappointed in the universities and the colleges, even here in Georgia. I picked up a few things that made myself pay attention to what was going on, and this was a few videos of someone who's actually reporting the truth, which is the fact that these people aren't usually even college or university students. They are actually Antifa. Now, when they took the library over, I can't remember what state, but if you have any questions, I'll be sure to look it up for you. That there's so many that are going on. Florida's the only one that's publicly taking a stand and saying we don't allow that crap. And Governor DeSantis, I like him. He's very good. I wish we had him here in Georgia, but he spent $48 million of the Florida budget for this year upping the guards and so forth, and things that they apply to the regular students and make sure that there is no racism and stuff that this is going on. And it has not hit Florida. They've done a magnificent job of protecting the universities and colleges. A part of that 48 million will also go to students who need, assistance in pain and so forth. So it's a wonderful thing. He's a great governor. He really is. But a lot had been done before he got back in office in 2024. He ran for president, if anybody remembers. I wish he'd have got it. He's good. He's very good. He cares about his people, and he cares about the country. And you can tell that by what he actually passes, because it stops right there. The buck stops there, unless you're going federal, and that's his job to go further. So once he gets to the Georgia DAs and so forth and so on, and to his desk, that's got to be attended to here, unless they push it into federal. And luckily they have not, because he's been able to do what they're set up to do, to teach. They're not there for protesting. They're not there so you can write over books in red paint and say, blood and this, that, and the other. And these are over rows of books in the library. They took the filing cabinets and slammed them down in front of the elevators so the elevators could be used. Things like this. They painted everything. They destroyed tables and chairs. And I'm like, what the hell for? And it makes me angry still. You can tell. It just, Come here. They're very happy, I'm sure, that I'm not their grandmother or mother. They see this. But yeah, I've been very disappointed in how many states are handling this, and they're acting like these people have a right to be there and do what they're doing. What they're doing is spreading hatred and a way of backing the terrorists who want to kill every Israeli and then start on the rest of the world, but they don't seem to understand the rest of the world is them too. This Antifa is, I don't know who's funding them, Soros, somebody with some money, big bucks, is funding this hate group. I don't know what they actually would be called other than garbage. Hit it in the comments. I don't care. Bring it. Bring it. Show somebody. Tell all of us. Both sides. So it's two sides to everything. It's just one. Did we go up to your town and spray shit all over the library? No, we didn't. We don't believe in that. So if you're standing out there and you're going, oh, I'm going to go here and I'm going to protest there, you should actually be smart enough to look at some of the footage, to look at some of the things that are going on. Are you really backing people who burned babies in ovens, cut their heads off, hung them in trees? Really? That's who you back? Wow. Get out of my country. Now. Do not stay here. And for God's sakes, I wish DeSantis was president, because he would have sent people to look for your butts. And you could have paid for the crimes you've committed in these colleges and universities. They've actually set money aside in Florida, too, to make sure that those who were denied a graduation, especially during COVID, idiots. If you can go to freaking Walmart, you can have a freaking graduation that cost them $150,000. But no. The protesters can come, but the real people who graduated from here can't. Well, again, Governor DeSantis stepped up and he took care of that shit. So yeah, I'm mad at every other state. You need to go ahead and take a page from his book, from Governor DeSantis' book of Florida. Take 20 minutes to watch what he has done and do the same blooming thing. If there are students in there that are actually doing this crap, expel them immediately. If there are people on your campus who do not belong on your campus, put them in jail immediately. It's not hard. There's laws. If you don't have that law, go ahead and pass that law. You, governor, use the power that they gave you for your office to do something decent, like, I don't know, your job. You got one job. And I'm seeing on television where they've just destroyed libraries and so forth and so on. And then they have the audacity to go out and talk on TV to some idiot reporter. Excuse me, I'm a member of the press as well. And they're stupid reporters. They're the same reporter that I've seen a couple of times. He's only talking to the protesters. He's not talking to people that believe it's okay to burn a baby alive in the oven while the parents it's just so sick. I can't even say it. These are sick, evil people. And they're in your college campuses, folks. Even if you don't have a member there, go to the college. Get your neighbors to go with you. Somebody has to do something about this. This isn't my country. This is terrorism 101. You do not need rocket science to figure out that this shit is the wrong way to go. It has been from the beginning, should have been stopped, should never have happened. Let alone in campus after campus after campus after campus with the amount of funds that have to be paid to these institutions to go there. And you get college kids from, they happen to be Israeli descent, or they may be Jewish. It's none of anybody else's business. It's not something that you could prosecute. You can't go in and say, use my laws because it's free speech, but you deny them free speech. You deny the access to the school that they actually have paid to go to. And I've seen the footage. And again, shame on these reporters. You should have talked to them, not the darn protesters. I try not to cuss my blimmin' head off. I'm gonna leave that for a minute on the back burner. It's like hit him once, hit him again, and smack him again. I'd be a little harder each time. And I'm hoping that gets rid of some of my high blood pressure. But it's like somebody's got to speak out about this crap. It's enough. Now maybe I'm just some old grandma on YouTube. Bring it. Just bring it. Where is the conviction of what your actions are? Why are you convinced that it's okay to do this crap in my country? It's not. You're using the laws against the very people that fought and died for them to get this country. How dare you? How freaking dare you? Where the hell are your parents? Get out of my country. That's not with my country. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's not. I said I'd leave that. But oh my word, I said I'd beat the crap out of somebody. I need bail money. So it gets my dander up, as we used to say when my parents were there. They were World War II's. So yeah, I'm that old, kind of, sort of. I was adopted, so they were in their later years. In any event, I've also seen good things, like I said, the governor of Florida, Governor DeSantis is rock on now. Like I said, these other people, these other states that supposedly have one job like he does, but you need to check this out, because he's doing his job. He's actually going above and beyond his job, which is what his job really is. Yeah. If you can't freaking figure that out, watch what he's done. If you're a governor, it shouldn't take you but a phone call, because I'm sure that Mr. DeSantis would be happy to speak to you. This man is a leader. You people are just hiding and allowing terrorism to flourish in your states. Shame. Just shame. You shame everyone by your actions of nothing. When good sits still and does nothing, what happens? Evil flourishes. And you should know that too, as the governor, lieutenant governor, DA, anybody just taught that can read anything, maybe their phone. I mean, it's just beyond the pale that this is going on. And I love what Governor DeSantis has done. And that was a lot of money. If you look at $48 million, he took care of every college and every university in the state and made sure he found the holes that needed to be plugged up so that those people could get the education they're paying for. And that's not the case in the other states. When, they're taking over MIT, what the hell? Why would you let Antifa take anything? Did you see Seattle? Just saying. Have you been to San Francisco lately? Did you step in human crap? You will. Go on now. Go see Pelosi at home. Take her down there. She just loves it. That's so safe. Maybe she can get the human crap off her shoes. Well, nah, she can't. She's nothing. She's full of crap. She's so full of crap. She's gonna have to look up to see hell when she does go. She should be praying to anybody that will listen to her. Like a pantheon of Greek Roman gods and a few of ours thrown in there. I mean, she should. She should have been. She was so fun with that impeachment. I don't know where the heck you got to get her. She was third from the top. And then, so you're third from the top. So you're doing everything you can to topple the top so you can get up there. And you're a racist. You're a lot of things. Bring it. I didn't say get stupid with me. I said, bring it. Let's talk. Come on. This is why I call it social Woodstock, folks. My generation isn't afraid of this crap. We're not afraid to say, hey, that's nonsense. You got to stop that crap. And then it goes beyond nonsense and flat out law breaking. I mean, any face law breaking, defacing colleges, not letting students attend class, so forth and so on. And this is the president of the college or university says nothing. And in some cases, they're out there with the idiots who are backing the terrorists in our country. So I hope they're the first ones hit when the lovely little terrorists cross the southern border. Since you guys don't want that closed, might know who the hell's coming over. Yes, it really does raise my dander. You can tell. Then I saw that, and yeah, actually, they gave me pain pills. I took one, so forgive me. I hit the light. Come on, guys, get out of the woodwork. Let's take the social Woodstock up. Let's do something. Let's make sure the voices that are heard are not the terrorists on our conscience, that they're ours. Because I got grandkids that have graduated. So I know that Woodstock on here should be done. People need to get together. They need to talk about these evil they're allowing to flourish. And of all places, our learning institutions. Our learning institutions. Again, I had to say that twice. Where is the outcry against this? And why is Antifa, who's funding them? Somebody follow the damn money. Shut it down. Shut it down. There's got to be laws. I mean, you got to have something that you can take these people out on. There's something. I know there is. I can't do a search for every college or every university or every state. So get off your buns, put your big boy pants on or girl pants on, and get out there and serve. Actually, do your job. Hell, Governor DeSantis of Florida has already done it for you. All you got to do is to pull it up and look at it. Do the same damn thing. I mean, you couldn't get a job easier than that, folks. I'm just saying. It's harder to work at a grocery store than it is to be governor, except for Florida that I know of, because I don't hear shit from the others. Finally, a president of one university, I can't remember which one, resigned. I'm like, shh, you wouldn't have had to resign. You wouldn't have got to resign if I'd have been the governor. No, you'd have had to make bail first. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Woodstock, folks. Let's do this social Woodstock. Come out here, talk to me. There's got to be a way that we can do Woodstock and be heard. I'm not hearing from my generation, from the hippies, and that's what he says, Lady Hippie. I'm at the bar. If you want a drink, join me. I'm a little late today, but I've managed to get some in here, and so which is me yelling at 15 states. I saw also terrible damage that's been done by the tornado outbreaks and every year at this time of year they come through, they get worse. And it also hit North Georgia yesterday. Nobody lost their life, thank God, in Georgia, but it did a lot of damage, and that's bad things, just bad things. I'm scared when I see them on how many did not make it, and I'm surprised every time by the fact that they did make it, especially when you see their home is toothpicks around them and 15 blocks down, and that's their truck, and it's like Cat Williams said, hey, you Southerners, I bought a house down here. What the hell do you do with tornado season? You have a season for tornadoes. I got out, went to go get me some food with my peeps, come back. I not bought a house here. I had to buy a house here. Yeah, I mean, it was funny when he saw it. And it was like, the second time he said, I finally found the house. Yeah, it was down the block. I got tired, cleaned all that up, went to sleep, woke up, there wasn't none there. The other house was gone too. I mean, Lord, you couldn't tell a folk. I mean, I love Cat Williams. I've always enjoyed him, and I'm glad to see that he's making a comeback too. He's out there fighting and saying the truth. It's just like the rest of us. We're not afraid of the truth. I'm not. I know my people aren't. I know the hippies aren't. I'm happy. Get your butts up here. Come on. And all of you out there that think it's okay to do what you're doing, bring it. Let's find out. Let's see both sides. Are you just a hard-headed individual who's making money to destroy people, the learning institutions that they're going to actually carry more hatred and not condemn what happened on October 7th? So heinous these crimes were that most haven't been even shared. But they had to go in and take these bodies and make them right, and they had to pry them apart. They were burned alive together and so forth and so on. But these are not, again, stories that they take out very much. And I understand that and I respect that. But when I see what's going on with Antifa, I mean, they're just spreading more hate. More hate. It's enough. Okay? Have to use the bar lighter because it's like, I don't know, butane torch. I mean, have a cigarillo. I'm up here, and they go out, and then I can't have no more, so I keep it for the next day. I have this little. Well, I have several cigar cases and cigarette cases and all that stuff, but I had to quit smoking. So this is my only response to the quit smoking. I remember seeing men take cigars, and I'm like, why are they still puffing? My dad smoked a pipe. Loved the smell of tobacco. But yeah, this actually will also calm me down a little bit, I hope. I see I jumped right back in there again. Didn't mean to. Again, the tornadoes were awful, and I'm glad that it didn't take more people. This is the season. I've had them come through my backyard several times. I've been here a while. We've been in this place over a decade. And I've been from Texas. I quit going to Texas or Wisconsin. My family was Wisconsin, Chicago, and Alabama, so forth. And so we used to travel a lot, even when I didn't work for the state or the federal government or whatever. Being an Army veteran, I had to travel a lot, loved it. So now we've been in the same place, for a while, and I'm just angry as hell that people think it's okay to destroy it. That's what's going on, and everybody's allowing it. And I just can't wrap my head around the parents or the people, the staff. Why are they there? They also have only one job. They got one job. They got all these people underneath them, and they're out with the protesters. You can't make this shit up. I wish I could. Yes, you can see the big yellow fan behind me there. Yeah, Robert's. He brings it over here instead of putting it up. He just slammed it on in the house. But he didn't get the dishwasher off the porch. I told him I was going to call hoarders and make him do a cease. You got more shit than shit. Carter had odds. I mean, I'm telling you. I did flavor my coffee with some Irish cream. Just a wee bit. So let's see, I've gone over hopefully as much of the ugly as I have. Also checked into Rafah, praying for both sides. They gave them a safe corridor. They set up a tent city. What else can you do? We didn't do that shit in the 20 years we were attacking Iraq and Afghanistan. They were shooting people with sandals and a burqa. Come on. And they didn't want to either. They didn't want to be there. But then, of course, Biden won the presidency, supposedly on getting them out of there. How many people died? I know one girl died just on the end of it. It was just like the Saigon. It was the fall of Saigon all over again. It was like, oh my God. And as a hippie, I mean, I understand Vietnam very well. Used to have an armful of MIA and KIA. People are missing in action, killed in action, just in case people were wondering. I don't know if they use the same terms now because everything's been changed and a whole new language has been invented. I don't know what that's about. I just know that they're talking some shit. I don't understand it. And I can speak 3 languages usually, at least understand them fairly well. They're speaking English, man. They're just throwing stuff in there where they want to. Again, people, you have one job. You have one job to work at the federal government. I worked for the federal government for many years. I had one job. I did it well. Thanks. You guys, however, I mean, I'm from the city mayor on, okay? This could have been stopped. It didn't even have to go to the federal level or the governor's level, which was actually federal if I think about it. You didn't have to go there. You did. Got that photo op, didn't you? Now, when you're looking at that next year and you're telling your kids something about being the president of that university, and then looking at that video of you protesting with Antifa and defacing these universities, they're like, how are you able to do that? Those videos ain't going away, y'all. Y'all don't see them very much. I don't put them out there very much, but they ain't going away. They're still there. So if you want to know, just type it in Google or whatever search engine, Bing, whoever. And yeah, they're right there. So you might want to quit those photo ops and do your blooming jobs. Yeah, I'm stuck. like I said, I found all this out and I saw that. And of course, I've had to go to the VA and do all that. But then I get home and we have the cats, and I have one that's still a kitten that I've actually several times put up on Facebook. Does anybody want a kitten? They brought her to us in the middle of the night. Said they found her in the middle of the road. It was raining, stormy, dark. And she didn't even have her teeth yet. And Robert told them, we do help, but we can't afford this. We can't keep taking them. We're not an institution. We're just the guys on the corner, and we're paying for this. Maybe I should do a GoFundMe. I mean, I've seen people raising $100,000 because they killed their husbands. They needed to pay for a funeral. Look at that one up there. That's a fun one. They did catch him. I saw it the first minute and a half or so into the video. It's like the wife did it. She called ahead. Find out where the money came from. They found it. It was her. I'll let this stuff go on in the background while I'm, running to cats and running to today clothing and so forth. I'm trying to catch up on getting that washed and dried, hung, put back, and my closet is so full that I really just hate going in there anymore. So forgive me, I did not dress very well. Like I said, I had to run to the VA to find out if I was going to die from this virus or whatever it is. I was praying to at one point yesterday. I was like, please kill me. So, in the meantime, I know there's people out there probably see me. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. Again, it's free. Won't take you a minute to take it down if you don't like what you see. For those of you who don't agree with me, I would love to have a chat with you. I would love it. I mean, it would make my whole decade. Pop up, bring it. I'm begging you. Come and see me. Tell me what you think about this. And then I get to tell you what I think about that. These are young people. And pretty much, who's a student and who isn't. The guys that aren't students, they don't know where the hell they are. So there's no reason to not know that these people are not part of the university or college. They don't go there. They're not students. They're not faculty. They're just there to deface and do as much damage as they can before they catch on and stop it. I don't know why you haven't caught it and stopped it, because I do keep going back to that. I do wish somebody would bring it on. I've been asking for months. I mean, it's, October 7th. Come on, people. Last year, October 7th. Last year. And you can't get it together with one job. Get up. You people who live in that city, in that state, why aren't you out crying this? Why aren't you out doing something about this? Why aren't you out there telling you to get the hell out of that job? You don't deserve it. I don't care who elected you. They're wrong. We're going to get rid of you now. Where are you? I'd be there. And I'm sick all the time. I'd have to get a pass probably from the VA, but I'd be there. I haven't seen Georgia do anything on that side, I'm sorry to say. Emory's in the middle of it, and they're taking all kinds of destruction. Why? Why? Why aren't people doing the destruction having to pay for it? Why aren't they stopped from doing it to begin with? What the hell is your job? At some point, somebody's going to go, look out the window. What in the hell? Woodstock people, social Woodstock, get up here, hippies. It's time to take our country back. Yeah, I'm serious as a heart attack. Might have had one of those yesterday. I have live chat. Like I said, bring it. Bring it. Let's see the other side. Let's find out who these people are that love the fact that October 7th they were baking babies and cutting off their heads. And I want to talk to you. Come bring it. Come on. Why is that okay? You don't reference it. You say that Israel is committing murder? Why didn't you? Hello? It's what's down their head. It's empty in there. Yeah. It wouldn't do for me to be president of one of these places. It would do for me to be governor because they wouldn't be. Yeah, they'd be in jail a while, a couple of years at least. They should have these people. That's the other thing I wanted to know is why would they be arrested? Why wasn't the law preserving the law? But nobody told me. Okay, I'll be out there in a minute. I see somebody. I think that's Serenity crying to me. I'm coming in just a minute. I can't tell. I have so many cats, but they're wanting me to come and feed them. And I still have to check on Ghost because she still has the attacks that we can't figure out. She goes into anaphylactic shock, and she can't breathe. Her whole body's different. It's almost like epilepsy. For those of you who don't know what anaphylactic shock is, it's kind of like that. You go into a fit if you eat peanuts. The reaction can kill you. And I have that, and my son does as well, for different reasons. But he will go into it if that happens to him. So I'm very familiar with anaphylactic shock, and I used to also run in hospitals for the paperwork side of it. Nowadays it's the computer. The doctor has to do it themselves, which I think is really humorous. It took away a lot of jobs, but it's so funny. I don't think they do a very good job, but it's the VA. Let's see, what else were we going to talk about? And I got to get off of here. I can't stress enough that this is social Woodstock. It's social Woodstock. I don't seem to have as many as I wanted, not yet. Word of mouth is the thing, guys. Word of mouth. If I start getting viewers and we can grow the channel more, other people can be heard. This is my idea here that I'm not seeing the good guys. I'm just seeing the bad guys, and the damage and all that. This is what's being reported. I can't even call them reporters, but garbage. A reporter's supposed to report, period. They're not supposed to react. They're not supposed to take sides. Yada, 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 and the thing. But that's what they've done. That's what they're doing. That's what they're going to do if somebody don't step up to the plate. Come on. Same with Vietnam. There was no reason for us to be there. They called it a police action. And how many did we lose? 55,000 or so? And then they defaced, Antifa did, and I'd like to find one of you guys. They defaced the Vietnam Memorial. They were able to repair it. But really? You got to deface things like the role of the dead who gave you this country? You're going to deface that? Oh, yeah, you do, because that's right. The founding father, George Washington. You guys tore that up, that statue. Yeah, that was fairly well done. Yeah. I'm sure there's cameras that show you. So I don't know why you're not in jail, because you should be. So I like to see more of the other side. Is why I keep saying it's social Woodstock. This is where we can go and say what we feel and report on what we've seen and talk about what we've seen and maybe see some justice done in our country again. Maybe we won't have to go, well, I don't think the kids are going to need college, man. We could do that on the street down there where they're doing them tags on that vacant hospital. Keep those $100,000. And what other university is going to go, oh, shit. They're going to take all that money. No, we ain't going to give it to you. Already, Governor DeSantis of Florida, like he's behind me, has done such a thing. That's why I said I have no idea why the rest of the country hasn't adopted his measures, because they've worked great. And he has gained much respect in my generation in particular. But all of us don't live in Florida. Although I do have a brother-in-law down there, a sister-in-law, they're very sweet. Miss him. And again, I've circled back to that topic. I can't seem to get off of it this week. I've seen too much of it. I've seen the dead. It's just, we've got to be able to speak up. I know when Vietnam was going on, my brother protested. The protest used to start on the corner where we lived. And sometimes I'd sneak out there and he'd let me in. And I had plenty of friends. I mean, it's not like I was in any danger or anything, except from the police in Chicago. Sorry, Chicago. Just facts. I mean, I should pull my yearbook. And by the way, I was pressed for that too. So yeah, I'm familiar with what you can and can't do. If you're not familiar, you don't have to go to the destroyed library. You can look it up, just law library, and tell them what law you want to know. There it is. Boop. You can print it out. Boop. It's not hard. I used to have to go to 15 libraries, 14 states to get two paragraphs together. Maybe a draw picture, somebody drew one. And you guys have not that, you don't really have that problem. So there's no need for all this crap. There's not only no need, but it should be going on. And for God's sake, stop it. If you see it's happening, get a cop. If the cop sees it's happening, get a mayor. If the mayor sees it's happening, get the lieutenant governor. Don't go in and say, oh, okay, what y'all protesting for? Yes, we know it's been terrible in Rafa. Well, it was terrible October 7th, too. Why don't you talk about that shit first? Then talk about what had to be done next because of what they did first. And you can't find out that all of that because it's so bad that they can't share it. That's, come on, seriously bad. These people are not people in my eye. They're evil. They're evil personified. I've seen some of them, and I'm like, I'm already back on TV, and they're on TV only. I'm like, whoa, you can feel the evil just leaking from these people. And then it encompasses whatever place, the universities at this time, or, like Seattle. Let's burn down the police station. Okay, cops aren't coming. And let's burn up a couple police cars. Okay, they're not coming. The police in several cities, and I think Seattle might be one of them, have told their people, don't call 911 unless it's this. The rest of them, you can call and leave a message. Somebody got in a car accident, leave a message here, and dial number 7. What? What? So no wonder these people are doing this. And again, I think I circle back to bring the point home again. Now, please get off your butts. Get on here. You don't have to do mine. Start your own or whatever. But let's stand up and say, okay, that's never supposed to happen in America. It's never supposed to happen in America. Ever. It's supposedly not supposed to happen again, period, no matter what. And it started happening. It's never really gone away for the Israelis. But it started out really bad again on October 7th. If you don't know what happened October 7th, do pick that up and check it. And come see me. Those of you who believe in a social Woodstock that think that, yeah, we have a right to say something, somebody's got to stand up and say something. I didn't say go out and, grab the governor and shake him because that'd be a lot of fun, but they don't like this shit because you banned to the film. But yeah, I'm trying to make light of it because there are two sides to everything. And like I said, bring it on. Even if you don't have the convictions of your actions, I dare you to come up here and tell me why you did it, though. I dare you to tell me why you did it, period. Then I dare the rest of you, stand up, shout, be heard. That's the best we can do, but that would make a big difference if you think about it, guys. We don't have to leave the house. We don't have to make a postcard or a placard or whatever. We don't have to stand in the rain with the sign. We don't have to do that. We've already done that, and now we have this. So why don't we bring this back? Let's stand up for ourselves, for our country. Especially, I would love to see my veterans. It's Old Home Week, guys. A lot of us hippies are also veterans. A lot of us hippies had people in Vietnam. We've had people in both wars in Afghanistan and Iraq recently, in 20 years. Lots of people, lots and lots have served. I'd love to hear from you. I know that most of us don't want to speak out because they'll deny us our privileges or whatever. Well, they did that in the 80s and took them away anyway. We didn't get them back to just before 2000, and even that's not much. You can see the doctor. You got to pay him, have insurance. Same as any other doctor, same as any other hospital. Yeah, that's our benefits, guys. We can get there and pay them, or we can go to the, whatever, say doctor's hospital next door and pay them. Same thing, same money. So yeah, they've gotten money a lot better. I'm sorry. But the veterans that are out there know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm saying. And I would love to see you here. I'd love to see you on my chat anytime, please. In the comments. Again, if you don't agree with me, that's great. That's supposed to be allowed, guys. There's two sides to everything. So come here and tell me why you thought it was okay to destroy a college or a university. Why you thought it was okay to bar students from attending the classes that they paid for already because they are of a different race or nationality or religion. That's all free here. Nobody's supposed to touch that. Y'all ain't touching it. Y'all stopping on that ship and setting it on fire to make sure it's cold. Again, I'm trying to make light of it. I can see I have the bar mirror on this side, so I can see behind me what's going on and what's going on with Rafa. I'm trying to keep up with that. They were saying about the carpet bombing. I said, shoot, I said they should have done that in November. Sorry, I'm a kid of a World War II veteran, and at Pearl Harbor at that, and he was Navy at that. So his survival and his brother's survival was amazing. Absolutely. As far as I'm concerned, their guardian angels were working overtime. There weren't too many people, especially of the Navy personnel, that walked away from Pearl Harbor. So, yeah, they had my respect. And I studied everything I could on World War II. And I'm seeing it again, only in color instead of 1939 and seeing the Nazis take over the Jewish shops and cities and so forth until the Jews were simply to be used till they died and then cremated, or the horrific deaths, the mass graves. It's just, we said never again. And we're sitting here and we're doing nothing. And we have this. We don't have to leave our house. We don't have to be in the rain or the cold or the heat. We can sit right here for free. And believe me, running around the rain costs money. Get something hot, eat something. So come on, guys, bring it. Bring me the veterans, please. All of you veterans that I know have some brass. Come up here and talk to me. Please, 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 please. Come. Let's let our voices be heard. None of us should have died for this country as it is now, because it's not what we stood up and were fighting for. It's not. Maybe everybody should, before they burn that flag, should look it up first. Maybe before they deface the George Washington monument, they should look it up first, because that's the father of the country. So how is that okay? How is that behavior acceptable to anybody? Any American? They've got to be stopped. For our generation, this is amazing tech. We get to go up there and say what we want to say. We can listen to the other side. We can correct the other side, because the other side is bad. It's evil. It's just pure evil. So good. Stand up. If you don't want to come on my stream, search your own. Everybody's got one. I've got an extra mic if you want to come by here. I mean, hit me in the comments. We can do it too. Anything. I don't care if it's just a comment, a live chat. If you want to do a screen to screen, through the phones, anything you want to do, just tell me. If you two are sitting back going, where the hell are the cops? Why isn't anybody stopping this? Then come out here, please. Come out here and let social Woodstock happen. Let's tell them, raise our voices and scream, no, stop, get them, follow the money and stop them. Do your job. You got one job. And you're paid extraordinarily well for that. We haven't had a pay raise for like 10 years. We're still on a little government eke out that they will wait till we die before we get a tenth of the money we put in there. But that's, they're good at that. So, yeah, I'm going to have to dash. I see it, my time is really up. But again, I'm going to send out there a prayer for all of those involved and for all of those that have had to go through these horrific tornadoes, and for those who may have it coming. It's scary, it really is. I've been through many tornadoes, being from the Windy City. Yeah, I was like Tornado Alley too. When I first got to Georgia, there wasn't any tornadoes. And I started noticing it increasing about 25 years ago, 23, 25 years ago. I never heard of 160 tornadoes in a night and day, ever, until the last 10, 15 years. So, yeah, this stuff is all, well, maybe read Revelation because it sure ticks the boxes. Like I said, the floating camel was by a major camels floating by in Saudi Arabia desert. I'm like, this might be biblical. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Wow. And I haven't heard a lot of reporting on that. And again, I mentioned the tornadoes. All of those have increased. Major league increased. Earthquakes, volcanoes, everything has increased. Tick, 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 tick. It's Bible up. You don't have to go far, just to the end. It's a hard, it's not rocket science. Just like, okay, that's two. The camel to float, yeah, that's three. Locusts, they've had this. At what point do we go, oh shit? The government has deep underground bunkers, DUMBs they call them, deep underground military bunkers, that go from literally DC down to Philadelphia. I think they crisscross the United States, and 18-wheelers go through. That's how big they are. I've seen the footage. I'm just saying, I did not personally go there because it's big and it's a lot of people with guns, and I don't have mine, so I think I'll stay on this side. This is the good thing about a social Woodstock. Again, we're not out there. We don't have to be, but we can let our voices be heard. So that leaves me gone. I hope to see everybody this weekend. For those I don't see, I pray for everybody to be fine, happy, and healthy. This is Mother's Day weekend. All the moms out there, happy Mother's Day. I wouldn't be, my son is my entire world and my grandchildren. And I think it's the same for all of us hippies. We're not evil. We're not wanting fame. We're not untried at this. We're seeing this and we don't agree. And I think we're all afraid maybe to step forward. This is technology too that my generation might not use as much as the generation beneath theirs. They might have their phones, they might be able to like or whatever. It's hard to tell. I do keep myself on here. I make myself do this every day. I try to edit them. You have to forgive me because sometimes I don't have time. I keep saying, the channel's growing and I'll hire somebody. But I too have been doing this since the new year. And yeah, if you go for stats, I don't think mine are very high yet. So I do thank everybody that is here. Please share with your friends and family. Talk yourselves into coming up here, or let me know that in a live comment or just a comment line that you're doing the same thing, and I'll be happy to jump over to you. Anybody that wants to speak should speak, and any of us who do speak, we know we're not just standing by and watching evil flourish. Okay? So all of you hippies out there, I'm calling you in. All of you veterans, I'm calling you in. Come see me. Send a message. I'll come see you. It's, whichever way. But get in touch. Let's do something with social Woodstock. Let's use this technology for good, not just the evil that I see now. Everywhere. Everywhere. Georgia is a very religious state, and it's all over Georgia. So if I see it here,
We'll see you next time on Jerusalem Dateline.
It's scary. It's not just one thing, and it's not just one place. So, again, come see me. I got a dash. It's been fun. Y'all keep it real. And toodles.